Welcome everybody to In Our Truck Night America live here from Kansas Speedway for the AMC Theaters 400 and the sixth race of the chase here for the Gamebridge Truck Series. Only a few races remain after this one. Tonight we head to Kansas. After this one we have Charlotte Roval next, probably this weekend actually. But folks, it is winding down here for the championship. It's getting closer and closer every week. Landing a lot of accident close to Peter Onjak. And it's been some great racing. Last weekend we saw a very great race. We had a little string of kind of some dry races, but last weekend was very good. And hopefully once again this weekend at a unique track like Kansas, we have another great race. Like I said, the races are winding down. We're getting ever so close to the championship race on the 25th. So folks, no further ado, let's head down trackside to go over all the things we need to know pre-race and get this one kicked off and started. Now, starting off the pre-race show here, folks, welcome trackside to Kansas Speedway for the AMC Theaters 400, folks. Last weekend, we saw a great race at Kentucky Motor Speedway for Firecracker 400 on July 4th. And now we're racing here on a Wednesday night. Once again, we've had a couple midweek races in this chase run, trying to get Season 1 done. But here we go for the chase standings here, folks. You can see Peter Onjak still has a great lead, 5 wins on the year, 2 more than anybody else in the field. Matthew Huber's the only guy with close amount of wins with just 3. He won at Atlanta, Indianapolis, and Talladega. So he's had some interesting wins on the year. But as you can see, the difference from the leader, Atlanta Lauterbach, is just under a race. Sergio Vittoria just over a race. So Peter Onjak has a pretty comfortable advantage. There's going to be a lot to go wrong for him to lose this championship lead. Guys like Adrian Gale, Matt Morley, Ryan Little kind of theoretically out. Rob Dorn as well, but they're still fighting. Adrian Gale just has ran into a lot of bad luck in this playoff, and hopefully he can run better eventually. But right now it's not looking too good for that number 02 team. You can see William Harrison not having a great string of weeks. Nathan Stapleton, there's a huge gap between him and David Dixon. But this top 6 here, I think they're all capable of catching up to Peter Onjak if all things go right for them and all things go wrong for Onjak. But everybody's putting up a pretty good fight right now. Onjak has been the most dominant driver of the season so far, so he has earned it. He for sure has earned it. He's looking pretty well. 5 wins on the year, 14 top 5s, very consistent. Landon Lauterbach's been consistent as well these past couple weeks on the pole for the second week in a row. Hopefully this time he can hold on. Then we have Sergio Vittoria, who last weekend had no issues on pit road. Looking back at it, we saw a replay for Vittoria. His stop was regular as anybody else, so the undercut was just not the strategy to go with for that second cycle of pit stops. And then you can see Matthew Huber in that number 7 sitting there in 4th, just 64 points behind our leader Onjak. Hubert very consistent as well. He just has to tally in those wins in top 5s. He's just finishing outside the top 10, outside the top 5 an awful lot. And then see Haynes and Dixon. Haynes has a lot of second place finishes this year so far. Still does not have that win on the season. Him, Stapleton, Dorn, Little, Morley just not been able to get their win down. We'll see if Haynes, Stapleton, Ayers, Dorn, all of them can get their first win in this playoff run. But right now, Brandon Haynes is really hoping that he can get this one done. And as I forgot to go over it here, folks, you can see the track overview coming to tonight, 48 degrees, way cooler than we saw last weekend at Kentucky Motor Speedway, where it was nearly 100 degrees on track. 10-mile-per-hour winds going northwest, a 1.5-mile tri-oval, 67 laps, double foul restarts. It should be a great one. And coming into this one, I do think that this race could be the race that we don't see Onjak win, because especially with how powerful the draft is on that outside line. Well, I guess the clean air on that outside line. We're going to see a lot of interesting passes. A lot of guys are going to be trying out different lanes, making some pretty bold moves. So it's going to be a very fun race. I believe Kansas Speedway always brings, the last couple of years in real life, it's brought some really thrilling finishes. So we'll see if those thrilling finishes come over to In Our Truck Night America, as I think we have a lot of capable drivers of winning here this evening. We've seen a lot of guys like Patrick Fenderop, Brandon Haynes, Alexander Rowe, all of them step up at this time of the season to make a name for themselves. So I do definitely think tonight we could see a different winner, and if not, we could see Onjak get his 6th win on the season with 4 races left. Maybe Onjak could win out and get 10 race wins. I don't think it's quite possible with the challenges we have ahead as we go to the Charlotte Roval, Phoenix Raceway, what's that other track? Phoenix Raceway. Oh, yeah, Martinsville as well. That's going to be a fun race. So there's a new Martinsville that got released, so I'm excited to use that track. But, yeah, that's pretty much it here for the pre-race show, folks. Not too much to go over here tonight. So I think that's pretty much it. If I had to do my pick to win once again here today, I am going to go with that 45 Brandon Haynes. I think this is finally the race that Haynes finally gets it done. We saw the last couple of weeks he's just been so close, finishing second or in the top 5. I think tonight could be the night here at Kansas Speedway that Brandon Haynes finally gets it done. But with no further ado, folks, let's get these trucks fired off and ready to go here at Kansas Speedway for the AMC Theaters 400.
Here to honor America with a performance of our national anthem, please welcome from Kansas City, Kansas Police Department, Master Detective Danon Vaughn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Race fans, it's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command to start engines, please welcome Penn National Gaming guests.
Drivers, start your engines.
You saw the focus in the eyes. It's all in the eyes now. Searching for those positions on the racetrack and potentially getting to victory lane.
And as you can see, folks, as we just got our engines fired and ready to go, you can see the 38 of Peter Onjack starting in the first row alongside Landon Lauterbach. The current chase leader is blown an engine, and he's heading down pit road, and he might be getting an early exit from this race. I'm sorry for the awkward cuts there, folks, but Onjack's engine has blown, and this has shaken up the start of this race, and that moves Patrick Finderop up to the front row. It'll be Landon Lauterbach leading us to green on his outside. The 13 Finderop, you can see the starting grid on the left side of your screen, but with no further ado, the green flag is out for the AMC Theaters 400. And as they come through the trial, we'll hear, folks, what a shake-up to start this race at Kansas. I was not expecting that. The 38 of Peter Onjack is not going to begin this race, and he has a piston issue, and he is going to DNF. So the chase leader is out of this one early, and this could be the big break that everyone needs. Alexander Rose sits in third. Fourth's going to be that 45, Brandon Haynes, but they're getting really racy behind, and these chase drivers knows what's at stake here tonight, as a lot of points are on the line with that number 38 having engine issues off the start, and that's the first mistake we've seen that 38 team make in ages. Hubert now looking to the inside of the number 5, of David Dixon, and now he's going to try to get that pass off. Oh, and Dixon might have just tapped the wall there. He's going to run really high. He's going to be 3 wide with the 2 Roper Hill Racing teammates of the 02 and 04. Back up ahead. The 71 Atlanta back now leads. He got a pass off on that 92 of Sandra Latoya now. The 77 of Alexander Rowe, the rookie, looking to make a pass on the 92 of Sandra Latoya, using that apron there. We'll see that a lot from these drivers here today at Kansas Speedway. Sorry for another awkward cut there. I did not shut off the video for the pre-race ceremony, so that was playing in the background the whole time for that second. But ignore that. Now Brandon Haynes looking to the inside of this 77 of Alexander Rowe, and he might get the pass off for second as Latoya's going to file in behind, but you can see that top line very powerful here early on at Kansas. See Dylan Matiska all the way up to, it looks like, 14th already, so a big start for him as well. But we can see that this one is going to be quite the shakeup with a lot of drivers now seeing that points opportunity. And it looks like the caution is out, actually, so there's the first caution of tonight here at Kansas Speedway. And it looks like the 25 Carl Young caught a look of that damage there. And that's going to bring out the first caution here. And we've had first caution in about a while. We haven't had a caution in a couple races. But that's going to be the first caution here today. David Dixon all the way behind here with William Ayers. But that's the first caution here tonight at Kansas Speedway, and it's going to be a 71 Atlanta Lottaback leading. And once again, folks, the 38 Peter Onjak has a piston issue off the start, and he's going to be retired from this race. So as they make their way down here, the 71 Atlanta Lottaback's going to lead them probably down the pit road here, folks. And he will. We're going to catch this race on pit road, and then we'll take a look at the replay. But what a start to this race. I am so bewildered right now. We've not seen a mistake in ages from that 38 team, and it's going to happen here at Kansas. So they all bring it down here. You can see the 71 leading them all down. I'm not sure if it's randomized pit boxes this weekend. I guess we'll see. But right now it looks pretty straightforward. 71 team's going to have to hope for a very fast stop. No mistakes. And it actually looks like there is no randomized pit boxes this weekend. So it should be a pretty straightforward run for these guys. And we'll see what they do. I think they're just going to top off on fuel there. It looks like that 71 only took fuel. So some guys topping off on fuel, some maybe taking 2 tires. Yeah, that 92 of Vittoria's going to be taking 4 tires along with the 17 of Nathan Stapleton, so they're going to lose a lot of positions. But now they have fresh tires, but only about a 7-lap tire advantage, so that's going to be something to watch out for. And it looks like the 25 of Carl Young also had a piston issue, but it looks like he got in an incident involved with that 29 of Monica Pato. So as they all come off the pit road here after taking 2 tires and sometimes some guys even taking fuel, let's go check out what just happened and see the replay of what kicked off at the start of this race, which has already been a hectic start here on a Wednesday night. We're here with the replay, folks. You see these 2 Tricon Dodge trucks with the 27 of Zach Thompson make contact. That's going to cause the 11 of Johnson to slip up and basically catch air there for a second. And he makes contact with 25 of Carl Young, who has nowhere to go. That's what brings out the first caution here tonight at Kansas. You can see the impact here. Once again, that 11 caught some air as he hit the wall. Now, a huge hit. He keeps it on the ground, thankfully. Nothing too bad, but what a shake-up to start off this race here, folks, as it has been a very hectic one. It's going to be the 71 Lottaback leading us back to green, but man, oh man, I just can't get my mind wrapped around that 38 Peter Onjak being out of this race. So that is a huge change in this one. I mean, it freaking threw over. Wow. I can't even speak right now. Completely threw the pre-race festivities for a loop. I didn't even get the freaking formation lap done talking because the 38 was having issues. I was trying to turn on my mic to speak, and that was not happening. So, yeah, what a start to this race. I don't even know what to say. The 42 Dylan Matiska's all the way up there. You have to assume he took fuel only there. So we saw a bunch of guys take fuel only. A couple of guys take 4 tires and fuel. And some guys maybe even take 2 tires. So pit strategy obviously split up early on in this one. These chase drivers might even be more risky here, knowing that the points leader is out of this race, well, the chase leader is out of this race, so they can get all the points they can get. And we saw that on the start. They were very hectic racing on the start, so hopefully we can see what is going to transpire now. So we'll see what lap we restart on, but you have to assume it will be lap number 10 as a 29 Monica Pato. I'm not quite sure what she is doing here, but she is one lap down, so she will drop to the back, but she already made her pit stop, so she makes some huge, I don't know where she got her contact from. I looked at the replay. There wasn't really any issues there for that 29 truck, so I don't know what happened to her, but I think she did get on the apron if I was not mistaken. So we will be restarting on lap 10. As you can see, double file restarts. On the inside will be the 71 of Landon Lauterbach. On the outside will be the 45 of Brandon Haynes. A massive shakeup to the start of this race. We'll see how the restart goes with just 57 laps to go. This one, that is a long ways away. See the 80 Clinton Buchanan also up there. So pit strategy early on is split here at Kansas Speedway, and this race could be the shakeup and the chase that we've been waiting for. We've had some shakeups in the back end of the chase when it comes to Darlington, and a lot of guys having issues there, and Canadian Tire, but this race can really open the door for some people like Landon Lauterbach, Brandon Haynes, and we're going to see here as they get ready for the restart here in AMC Theaters 400. We'll see what line is the best on the restarts here this weekend. We've seen at Canadian Tire, it's been that outside line. Last weekend we did not have a single caution, but it was a great race. So we'll see here tonight what is the best line here on the restart. Brandon Haynes on the outside, the 71 Landon Lauterbach on the inside, leading us back to green. The green flag is back out here at Kansas Speedway. Not a great launch here of the 71 Lauterbach. He was already behind that 45 before they even got to the line. There is no restart violations this year in our Truck Night in America. But now these two are going to be side-by-side racing here. You see Patrick Finderop in the middle of that 15 and 19 of Ryan Little there. But these two still duking it out. We got Alexander Rowe there as well. Look at Adrian Gill forcing the issue. It's going to be 4 wide there. Oh, no. Finderop's going to go around. Everybody's going to avoid him, I believe. But Finderop goes around early in this one. And this race is all shaken up as that's going to bring out the second caution here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Finderop goes around. That's going to bring out the caution there. And what a ride he went through there. He did not make any contact with anybody, thankfully, but wow, what a start to this race. We've had a very hectic one. You see Vittorio all the way back there. He took 4 tires, but now, once again, do we now see some of these guys that didn't take 4 tires this time maybe bring it down and get some fresh rubber? And it looks like everybody's just going to bring it down. So maybe some guys didn't top off on fuel. Maybe some guys did, but you have to question why some guys are coming in right now. But that is a shakeup that some of these races bring. So now as they bring it back down once again, we don't quite need a replay there for that one, as we saw 13 of Finderop go around. But let's see how this race off the pit road goes. And we'll see if they finally take tires. Yes, some will. You have to assume that 92 of Vittoria, he's going to only take fuel here possibly. Hey, man, that 17 of Stapleton. No, they're actually going to take tires, so doubling up on the tires there. You have to question that strategy. Looks like it might be 2 tires for that 7 of Hubert. Here comes Alexander Rowe. Does he beat his teammate? No, but it will be a Spire affair here at the beginning. That 92 having a terrible stop. He is just not having the night he wants so far, and that's going to cause a huge clog up coming off the pit road there. But winning the race off pit road is the 7 of Matthew Hubert now. Hubert made contact with that 13 of Finderop to bring out that caution, but what a start we've had. Then you got the 2 Nice Motorsports trucks. Look at Dylan Matiska making a name for himself early on in this one. So a huge shakeup at the start of this one, and all chaos is breaking out on these restarts. We'll see how this restart goes. They can't keep it clean this time around. Then we'll move the single file restarts, but of course that is just a new implemented rule that we've had as of late. But you see them all bring it off. Oh, that 11 of Skylar Taylor. I don't know what's happening with him. He might have an issue now. He is just catching up to his position as he passes Emily York Watson there. But Finderop went around there. Matter of fact, we'll do a no-cut replay just to see Finderop, see if he even saved it. I wasn't really sure. I couldn't really get him pinned on the camera angle there. But we can take a look at what happened to Finderop there. He got tagged from behind by that 7 of Hubert, and he went on a ride. So we'll see here. And yeah, we can see. Yeah, he hit that outside wall. Not too hard, but that wasn't going well with Gale forcing an issue, and everybody avoided danger there. So that's the first time we've seen a spin where a lot of guys, where nobody really gets hurt, but that 13th fender up now is going to be behind in this race. We've seen him had pace all season, but now he is behind early on in this shake-up of a race here at Kansas Speedway. And I believe that marks the first DNF for Peter Onjak in a long, long time. I'm going to have to check here in a second, but Peter Onjak, he has been perfect the second half of the season. We saw them make mistakes at Daytona, all these early on races. After race 10, they got it all figured out finally. So we'll see here now when's the last time he DNF'd? I don't think he's DNF'd so far this season. He's been really good. So we'll see here for this 38 of Peter Onjak. I have to check the standings real quick, but he has been almost perfect. The last time he DNF'd was Memphis, so it has been a while for this number 38 team, and they've only had only 4 finishes outside the top 10 this season, so, well, 5 including that DNF. So it has been quite a rocky road, but they've kept it going. Well, not quite a rocky road. It's been a rocky road at the beginning when they had all those issues, but ever since then it's been quite good. But now, this one, as we come to the restart here on lap 15, he is out of this race, his first DNF in God knows how long. And since Memphis, which was I don't even remember, I think he was in the back in that race. He did start in the back, so that was just a shake-up there. But now, we see the 7 of Matthew Hubertson lead us back to green. On his outside will be his teammate, the 71 Lionel Lineback, and on the inside behind them will be the 77 of Alexander Rowe, his other teammate. Wow. The 4th teammate, Giuseppe Martini, is all the way back here in that Delaware Life machine. So not quite the top 4 lockout for Spire, but they got 3 trucks up there. Hopefully they can keep it going. We have not seen a green flag stop here, green flag run here for a while just yet. Will we see one to the end is the question here. It's been a caution to the first 15 laps here at Kansas. A lot of shaking up. Can we see a change now? So as they come through for the restart, it will be Matthew Hubert leading us on his outside. His teammate of Landon Lineback. They come through the restart zone. We are back green here at Kansas Speedway. You see some guys already trying to take that outside line, and it's not going to quite work on these restarts. As they come through, Gale's going to be stuck in the middle there. Can he keep it clean? There goes Matiska forcing the issue under his teammate. He's got help from that 15 of Reggie Fogelman. He's going to lunge it to the inside now. Oh, that 77 in a row, really squirmy in the middle. They're going to take it. Oh, no! Another wreck here at Kansas Speedway. And that's going to be the 42 of Dylan Matiska now. So that's going to bring out another caution here at Kansas Speedway as these 2 teammates race side by side. And it looks like Hubert got him at the line, 2 milliseconds there. But another caution here. And this time around, this is going to be a single file restart. But as they all bring it down once again, it looks like that 15 Reggie Fogelman needs to slow all the way down. But once again, more and more contact there. Fogelman's going to stay up, but everybody else is going to bring it down. And what quite the shake-up this one has been so far. So a very messy night here at Kansas so far. Reggie Fogelman's going to stay out in this one. He might have to bring it back down. Look like a very quick thing there. And yeah, some guys are going to have very quick stops here. Brandon Haynes makes contact with his teammate. He's going to have to repair that damage now. And man, this race is all out of whack so far, as you can just see the chaos that has unfolded here at Kansas Speedway. They all bring it off the road. These guys all got held behind the 07, the 30, the 29. Finally, these guys make it down to pit road, so these guys are having issues coming on the pit road. It won't affect them too much, but they're going to be starting near the back. But it will be Matthew Hubert, I assume, will lead us back to green, unless that 15 of Fogelman stays back out. But I think he went past the pace truck and missed just pit road in general. So no, it looks like Reggie Fogelman will stay out on this restart. So this will be another interesting restart. We saw Dylan Matiska make hard contact there. Hopefully he can continue this race. He just spun around. I'm pretty sure everybody avoids him. Let's check it out here for a replay. But man, oh man, just more and more contact between guys here in this race. This one has been a very messy start here, folks, I have to admit. And now, looking to the inside here, we saw the 42 of Matiska, and as they came around, he just got really squirmy, and well, his 77 Alexander Rowe got really squirmy, and that's what led the 45 coming down, the 77 coming up, and the 42 coming up as well. Brandon Haynes makes contact with the wall. You have to hope he doesn't have a tire rub. Matiska kind of avoids danger there, but after such a great start to this race, you know he's hoping for some more, and yeah, so that's a very interesting start to this one. Quite the race we've had so far. Lots of chaos going on here at Kansas Speedway. It's going to be 7 of 15 of Reggie Fogelman leading us back to green as these guys all bring it around. So we'll see when we go back green here. You probably going to be lap 20, but wow, what a start to this race. It should be single file restarts here because they can't keep it going on double file restarts. So we'll see how the single file restart goes. They should. If they don't, then oh well, but it should be single file here. And I'm shell-shocked by the start of this race. We've seen lots of incidents here at Kansas Speedway, and this is going to be a race that a lot of drivers were not expecting a lot of chaos, but now it has completely opened the door for some guys to make some names for themselves. We're going to see that 45 of Haynes. He is all the way back here now. Actually, not too far back. He's going to be sitting just outside the top 10, but he's going to have some damage on the side of that truck, so hopefully they get that repaired so Haynes can possibly capitalize on the opportunity here. You know he's searching for that first win. He's going to try to make it happen here tonight, but we will see. So as they bring it around, it should be a single foul restart. Have been able to keep it going on double foul restart. That's a new rule implemented about 2 races ago where you can't do 2, then we're just going to do single foul for the rest of the race. So with 58, 57 laps to go left in this one. Yeah, I don't know why I said, 47, 48 laps to go in this one. It's going to be the 15 of Reggie Fogelman leading us back to green. Behind him will be the 7 of Hubert, the 71 of Landon Lineback, the 5 of Dave Dixon, the 2 of Angel Gutierrez. So this one I feel like is going to be quite the shakeup on the chase grid. This 2 of Gutierrez all the way up there. What a great run for him. The 77 of Rowe, the 02 of Gale. And yeah, there's not going to be any single file restarts here, luckily. And yeah, you can see a lot of chase guys all the way back here after all those contact there. So this is a shakeup, and every time we see a shakeup, some guys are not able to capitalize on it. So here we go for the restart. The 15 of Reggie Fogelman will lead us back to green in the 15 Tricon Garage Machine. The green flag is back underway here at Kansas Speedway. We've seen 3 cautions so far in this one. Now, will we avoid disaster this time around? We have not seen a green flag run just quite yet. And there goes the 7-1 linebacker already diving into the inside. See a lot of guys being held up by the slow cars back there. You see these 2 Gainbridge machines going at the 2 and 7. Here comes Alexander Rowe zooming on that inside line. You have to assume this 15-2 and all of them are not as fast as these other trucks. So there goes Hubert now. Does he try to take a look to the outside line? I guess we will see, but there goes the 77 Rowe now. He makes a huge lunge, and there he goes. There's a truck going slow here. That's the 22 of Chris James. You see Vittoria all the way back here. He has been stuck in this madness. 3 wide now with Martins and all of them. You see the 91 of Doran. But man, oh man, what a shakeup this one has been. There goes Haynes shooting the gap through the middle. Look at Brandon Haynes go through this lap traffic. This 15 and 2 are going to be dinner for all these fast trucks now. But now you can see it is a Spire 1-3. As now they are all occupying the top 3 as they're trying to drive away now. Alexander Rowe trying to catch up to his teammate of the 71 of Landon Lineback, while Brandon Haynes is now catching up. Here goes the 2 of Adrian Gale. This is the break he needed with all these drivers struggling. The 2 hits the wall there, but here comes everybody moving through now. So, man, I am all out of whack today. I had a very slow morning here, had football practice and all that, and this race is even more out of whack as the two of Gutierrez is now in the wall, as now he is not capitalizing on the opportunity. And we almost just had a TNT type of cut there where we just did not show any contact, but that looked like it could have been close, but now Gutierrez all out of shape there, and you have to wonder if he's having some tire fall off from not taking any tires there, which will be key in this race, as we have seen some guys be very split on pit strategy early in this one. But now, Landon Lauterbach occupies the lead in this race. He's got his two teammates behind him, and then he's got that 45 of Haynes. But multiple guys making contact with the wall. They don't know what they're quite doing. The 41 of Carson Miller and a bunch of others just making heavy contact. It's not that hard to keep it going. We've seen these leaders be able to do it, but it has certainly been a messy start. But now that 45 of Haynes is going to move into third, as now he is trying to catch up to the 77 and 71. The 77 of Alexander Rowe trying to catch up to his teammate there. Now the 39 of Caden Arcadia, I think, was just tapping the wall there. So, yeah, I'm going to assume it's a grip fall off here for some of these guys, as they just are not keeping it going, as we see the 77 of Alexander Rowe right on the back of his teammate now. Now he's going to die for the lead, so there goes Alexander Rowe. What an upset winner he would be in this chase. So far, I believe we've only had chase winners in the playoffs. Yes, it has been. It has been only chase winners, so if this 77 were to win, it would be a huge, but Landon Lauterbach dumps it back to the inside of his teammate, and he says, I'm going to take it right back from you. So now that 71, Lauterbach moves back into the lead, but now he's allowed this 45 Brandon Haynes to jump into the party, and we've seen the pace he had even when he scraped the wall. So now these two battle side by side for second. Now coming to 40 to go now at the line. What a start to the search. I'm just sound like a broken record player right now with just saying this over and over, but we have had a very hectic start to this race. But now there goes Brandon Haynes. He's got a great run to the inside of 77 in a row, and it looks like he's kind of having a fall off now, because now he's going to be falling back to his teammate of Matthew Hubert. And checking on the rest of our chase drivers, there's 17 and 91. My mistake there. Here comes Sanju Vittoria now driving through the field. He is all the way up to, it looks like, 20th now, and as he gets past Lexi Herman here at the line, he just edged her out there for a second. It looks like he is all the way up to 17th, and it's going to make it 16th now, so don't look now, but this 92 is Sanju Vittoria now moving very quickly in this race, as now it's starting to settle down, and now he has a truck that he can drive all the way up. We knew he had a fast truck, got stuck in that pit cycle, but now he's driving his way back through as he looks to the inside of the 41 of Carson Miller. Now we look back up ahead to our leaders. We got our first set of live traffic here today. It's going to be that 22 Chris James. This top line has been dominant here today, but there goes Lauterbach right on that inside line. The 22 Chris James not being too nice to that 45 Haynes. We've seen that one too many times this season. Just not being quite the most understanding lap traffic there. Gale's going to slide up a little bit. He's going to be right back on this 7 of Hubert. But they're all going to get past him with ease. We'll check on Vittoria once again. Now he's getting past Emily York-Watson. And now he has his sights set on outside the top 10. But another caution is out here at Kansas Speedway. And we have to see what it was for. It looks like the 56 of Hallie Anderson Jr., the 21 of Joseph Wood, and the 2 of Angel Gutierrez are involved in this one, and the 11 of Bjorn Jorgensen. As they come back to the line, it's going to be the 71 of Landon Lauterbach leading. So a caution-filled Kansas Speedway we've had so far. This 92 of Vittoria is all the way up to, it looks like, 14th, so he's moving very quickly. But as they bring it around here, as the second caution is out, who is that with the blown engine there? It's the 21 of Joseph Wood. Yeah, he got involved in that wreck there. And before they even bring it down to pit road, let's go check out what happened here to bring out the first caution at Kansas Speedway. If you come to a replay, I don't know why I keep saying first caution. I just have a tendency of doing that. But you can see that 04 not happy with the 56 coming down on him. He's going to involve the 39, the 2, the 21, 11 of Bajornton as well. So that's a lot of trucks involved in that caution there. And man, oh man, what a shake-up this race has been. That 39 of Caden Arcadia caught some damage there. Hopefully the side of that truck is good. But now as we catch up, as they're about to head on to pit road there, I am out of breath with the start this race has had so far. Here comes Joseph Wood on the pit road. He's got a blown engine. He's going to be out of this race. But man, oh man, the 04 and 56 probably not happy with each other right now. That 04 just completely took out the 56 after she came down on him. So, Hallie Anderson Jr., not what you want for them, but they bring it down pit road here. We'll see what the call will be. Two tires maybe for the 71 of Laudenbach. Might be 4. It looks like it's going to be 4 fresh tires and a can of fuel for the 71 of Landon Laudenbach as he brings it off pit road. There goes the 23 of Nicholas Torres trying to beat them all out. But as they all come out there, 77 gets in front of them. That 92 is going to have a lot of work to do once again. This has been on the wrong side of pit strategy. So will that 17 of Nate Sableton. He actually comes out quite where he was. So the 92 Vittori doesn't suffer there, but he is someone to look out for as we are moving very fast through this race with caution laps. So with that 92 right now, he is moving very fast through the field with fresh tires. So I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up here at the end. But Nicholas Torres, quite a fast stop there. And that 71 Laudenbach, I don't know. Is he having an issue? No, he's not. He's just taking the apron there. Had me concerned. I was like, there's no way the top 2 in points have issues, but wow. See that 42 Matiska just not been able to recover since his contact there. You hate to see it for Matiska as he was having a good run going, but now it's all down the water. It's a clutch issue for the 21. He already saw him run into it, but now the 42s are lapped down. So running up there, taking advantage of the chaos this race has brought so far, and it's going to cost him as now he is all the way behind. So, as we get through here, this is probably going to be one of the most chaotic driver chats we've had so far this season. Wow, I mean, activity's been a little bit off as of late, but this race might just spark everything up with how much stuff has happened so far in this one. You see the 27 of Zach Thompson all the way here in the top 10, and wow, just wow. It's my thoughts on what's going on so far in this race. We're just about halfway. I think we already passed halfway if I'm not bugging, but just what a race it's been so far. I mean, it's been good racing up front. We've seen those slingshot moves. That's what we expected that's what I expected all night. That was obviously guaranteed here at Kansas Speedway, but all the wrecks and stuff, not expected. You see all the skid marks and everything on the front stretch. We're going to be restarting here on lap 36, but yeah, if you have a fast truck, you're going to be able to do those type of moves that Landon Laudenbach did. But yeah, we're just past halfway point here in this race. We have just a couple more, well, not a couple more, about 30 more laps to go in this one, or yeah, about 32 more laps to go at the line in this one. But it's been a very fun and interesting one to start off. Some guys not going to be too happy with the chaos, but some will be happy with this, especially those that have been trying to catch up to Peter Onjek. You hate to see the top driver go down without a fight. But we've seen those mechanical issues plague some guys a bunch of times this season. Hopefully, it does not happen against that 38 of Onjak, because the last thing he needs right now is bad luck, especially with how the rest of this season is, with how many last races we have in this season. Sorry, folks, I cannot talk here today. But as we come through, it's going to be the 71 of Landon Laudenbach leading us back to green. Behind will be the 45 of Haynes, the 23 of Torres, the 77 of Alexander Rowe, and rounding out your top 5 will be the 02 of Gale. But we're back green here at Kansas Speedway. Look at the 77 of Alexander Rowe diving to the inside of this 23 Nicholas Torres. There goes the 5 of Dixon taking a look here in that new scheme there. I think it's David Mancini or something in Sons Incorporated. A very nice green scheme. I don't think we've had too many green schemes so far this season, so that's a very nice change. But now he is trying to get a pass off on the 23 Torres, and he's able to complete it now. is now back up front. It's going to be Brandon Haynes right with this 71 Atlanta line back. Now it's going to be 3 wide between Sierra Cooper and Zach Thompson makes the wise move and gets out of that. You see 70 Hubert trying to make his way back through now. And I think another caution is out, and yes, it is. And once again, it is this 11 of Bjornsson who has been not able to stay out of a fight here today. And I'm not even going to do a cut for this replay because it's just too much now with how many cautions we've had so far in this one. It's been a complete wreck fest. You just have to wonder what happened now on this restart. And yeah, let's see what happened now. It's always this number 11 somehow, but yep. So these guys are going to send it 4 wide all the way here in the back. Monica Pato on the inside. That's not going to go with it. 11 already has damage. We know that in this one. And they collect the 13, the 57, the 42 of Dylan Matiska. So that's going to bring out another caution this one. And I'm not going to lie, folks, I'm quite fed up already with these cautions. As I just want to see some green flag racing. Because now we catch back up. We'll see if they all came in there. But hopefully, yeah, everybody stays out. A smart move there. I think honestly everybody can make it back to the end at this point because the amount of cautions we've had, there's just too much. There's too much fresh rubber on these trucks at this point. So we're just praying at this point for a good green flag run. We saw one there for a second, but the end of this race could be messy if these guys could not keep it going, especially in the back end of this field. No offense to the back markers, but you can't be making those stupid type of moves, especially in this type of race. But we'll see how the rest of this one plays out, but just too many cautions so far. The driver's just not keeping it clean. But besides that, we've seen some great racing. But Atlanta Lineback will still maintain the lead here, and we'll probably restart here on lap, I guess 41. But depending if these guys catch up here, we might be restarting even on lap 40. These officials might want to get this one gone and ready to go. So the pace truck makes his way through. We'll see what the official does. We'll see if the lights go out and we get a quick restart here. And no, we will not. So we'll take another lap around here, but another costly caution here in our Truck 9 America. I'm sorry, folks, for the messy racing we've seen here tonight. We haven't seen that in quite a while, but these guys are just not able to keep it going at this point. And up front they have been, but sometimes we typically see some guys not being able to keep it clean towards the back. And once again, we see that is the case here at Kansas Speedway. So as we reach lap 41 on the restart, we are very much zeroing in on the end of this race, and we've not seen too much green flag racing. So hopefully we can see a green flag run to the end. I really want to see these guys duke it out. Outside of the cautions, this track has great racing, so hopefully we can see it next time around. But in that little glimpse we got, we saw a lot of moves. Alexander Rowe closing up on his teammate, then his teammate doing the switchback, diving it back to the inside. It's been a very entertaining one. So I expect us to come to the restart here on lap 41. Quite a bit of chase banners. Not too many, but they're kind of spread out through the field. But these guys all can make moves and maybe prowl on this 75, 27, 5. Who knows? Zach Thompson's been pretty good last weekend, too. He got a top 15 in that race. So overall, we'll see how this restart goes here on lap 41 here in our Truck 9 America. So far, chaotic start to this one. Lots of cautions, a big wreck fest. So mostly the same guys in every incident. I'm not going to lie to you. The 11, all of them. And I don't know. I feel like that 11 is just an incident magnet. He's just, no matter what, he's involved in some type of incident. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. But with how this race has gone, there's just so many of the same guys getting involved in the same cautions over and over again. So hopefully towards the back end they can keep it clean. But as we come to another single file restart here at Kansas Speedway, it will be the 71 Atlanta back leading us back to green with the 45 Haynes in second. Third will be the 77 Alexander Rowe. Fourth will be the 5 of David Dixon. And fifth will be the 27 of Zach Thompson. So here we go, folks. Looking back to go green. Immediately, those two looking to the outside there. Rowe's going to run out of room there. He taps the wall. There goes David Dixon diving to the inside of 45 and the 71. Does he look to get a 2-for-1? See them already back here looking a little bit squirmy, but they're keeping it going so far. Now back up ahead, side by side for the lead. It's going to be the 71 of Landon Lauterbach and the 5 of David Dixon. Lauterbach using that outside line. He's going to make contact with the wall. Lauterbach into the outside wall now. It's going to be 3 wide now, so he's all the way slowed up. And now David Dixon moves into the lead. Still scraping that wall there is the 71. But now David Dixon has the lead. In second is that 27, Zach Thompson. But here goes Sergio Vittoria diving it there. Taking some air off the back end, and he might look for the lead as well. He's got a great run. Here comes Vittoria now. 3 wide behind them, Nicholas Torres and all of them. They keep it sorted out for now. But now these guys are all falling behind. The race is amping up now. We see a lot of Chase Barons in this top 10. But now Sergio Vittoria all the way from the back now is looking, well, he already has the lead, but now he's got to look to defend it. As there goes Adrian Gill getting a great run. There goes Ryan Little now. David Dixon got the lead, and that 92 just snatched it right away from him. But now can they catch up to this 92? And now there goes Haynes, possibly looking to the inside of the 45, and there goes the 19, Ryan Little as well. He is in the deep end in this case, in this playoff, but this could be a race that he gets himself back into it. He's still 100 points behind, but points are points. That will take him down to 60. And now there goes Zach Thompson. Oh, it's 3 wide all the way here. There goes the 77 Rowe making a huge lunge. Gill's a little bit loose. Rowe's going to be on the inside. And back behind here as well, they were getting very squirmy. You cannot trust these back markers at this point in this race. I'm sorry, I don't know how long I had that up for when I pressed the space bar, but I don't know how long I had that up for. But now, there goes Ryan Little now to the back of this 92 of Vittoria. Can he get a good run? I hope I didn't have that on for too long there, folks. I have a complete brain fart. It's been a long morning. But now, as they make their way through, it's starting to amp up here in this chase, as there's a lot of Chase Barons in this top 10. The whole top 10 besides this number 77 and 27 are all in the chase. These guys have came to the opportunity. Even the 31 of Matt Morley's up here. Everybody's showing up when it matters, but can they catch up to this 92 of Vittoria? There goes Haynes to the inside of this 5 of David Dixon. So now he's going to look to the inside, looking to get third. So now Haynes is going to have to drive away and try to dig and get close to this 92 and 19. But we are just under 20 laps to go in this race already. You wouldn't believe it the way we got this one started off, but now it is all shaping up to be a great finish. But now we have the 2 Angel Gutierrez, who is lap traffic up ahead. But now David Dixon falling all the way behind on that outside line. We saw him get the lead, but now he is struggling. And he's going to have to do it. Wow, what a move by David Dixon there. With how tight these trucks usually look, he was able to get by them quite easily. So shout out to David Dixon there. I know it's just lap traffic, but the way these trucks have came off the corner, that was impressive to see him really arc that wheel and get past them. But now the 19 of Ryan Little's falling victim to the 45 and 71 of Brandon Haynes and Landon Lauterbach now moving into second. But now there goes Lauterbach trying to make a huge lunge on the inside of this 45 of Haynes, trying to get second so he can chase down this 92 of Vittoria. And he's going to clear out of that turn. And now we come to this 22 of Chris James now, who's going to be involved in this. So he's another set of lap traffic there. We'll see how easily they get by this guy now. But a lot of lap traffic that's very slow, not even just regular lap traffic in this one. But now Vittoria has the lead, but there goes that 71 Atlanta Lauterbach. He's taking a lot of time off of him now, and Lauterbach might be setting up a move going into turns 3 through 4. And there goes Landon Lauterbach now, diving into the inside, looking for the lead. Up ahead, Bjornsson at number 11. He's going to be lap traffic involved in this one. Vittoria's going to have to move it down to the inside. And there goes Haynes. He catches the 92 Napa now. He goes to the inside looking for second. Now Brandon Haynes has entered into the party. So now he moves into second. He's going to try to chase down this 71 Atlanta Lauterbach. But now Vittoria fighting back on that outside line. But Haynes finally clears him now. These guys finally get cleared, but look at the 19 look at the 7 looking to the inside of this number 19. Look at the 17 of Stapleton finally gets a good run going here in the chase, and he is finally up in here, and he gets past this 19 a little as well. But now look at 45 of Haynes closing in right on the back of the 71 Lauterbach, and he might be setting up a move here if the 92 of Vittoria doesn't. But now Ryan Little is dropping like a rock here. And it looks like it's going to be an all-chase top 10 besides that 77 of Alexander Rowe. So what a finish we could have in front of us, folks. Now as the laps wind down, just about 12 or 13 to go now. And now there goes the 77 of Rowe looking to the inside of the 17 of Nathan Stapleton. Familiar foes in multiple leagues, and now they're racing side by side. But the 17 is going to have no fight for that 77, and now the 19 of Ryan Little's looking to the inside. And now Vittoria going to look for second from this number 45 of Brandon Haynes. Vittoria moves into second now. As they make their way around, we have a very stacked top 10. A lot of guys hungry to get the win. Who will win here as the laps wind down at Kansas Speedway? If you're just now tuning in, the 38 of Peter Onjak, our chase leader, blew a piston off the start of this race. And ever since then, it's been very chaotic, multiple cautions, and all of that. But now we are playing into a very fun finish, it looks like, as next time around it'll be 10 to go. Landon Lauterbach searching for his third win, I think, on the season. Yes, he is, as he won at, I believe, Texas and Charlotte. And it's been ages since that number 71 has won, but there goes the 45 and 70 and 92 looking to the inside of the 71 as there goes the 92 Vittoria into the lead, but here comes that 45 of Brandon Haynes. He's got a great run for a second, it looks like, but now he's going to have to close it as the two teammates are going to race side by side. Oh, Lauterbach, oh no, there goes it. Oh, they're all bringing it down now. So the late pit stops here in this one with just 10 to go. They both bring it down, so this one is going to see pit stops interfere with this finish. We'll see how these guys come in, but here comes the 71 and 45 and 77 Alexander Rowe and 025, 23, 27. Those Andretti trucks might as well. What a run for Andretti they're having here tonight. Not the greatest season, but this 23 and 27 are putting on a show here in Kansas. But we'll see if they now bring it down, or will we see a super long run from them. Doesn't quite look like it. They all bring it down here, and we will see how this one plays out, and there might be a caution out on track. No, there's not. I almost thought I saw the lights flashing on that pace truck. Almost got deja vu there. I was going to say this is going to be quite the finish. So sorry for the false alarm there, folks, but we try to find our way around. Where's that 23 Nicholas Torres? Here he is. So he is leading in this one, and we'll see where this all shakes up. Just under 10 to go. This 23 still running long. Does Nicholas Torres have enough to make it to the end? Here comes all of them off the pit road there. And now they're all going to be a lap down, though, as the 23 passes through. Does Nicholas Torres come into this race is the question. If he does, the race right now. You can see them; they're all very close. Vittoria's going to move around the outside, but this is going to be a really close finish with how we've seen the draft here today. And here comes Torres down the pit road. So now the net leader will be the 92 of Sergio Vittoria if they make their way back around fast enough. Now there's the leaders. There's the teammates now battling side by side. Rowe trying to get a look on his teammate. Oh, that 7 of Matthew Hubert. The 02 of Gale kind of drifting on the outside wall there. I don't know if he got tight there. But now, as they make their way around, unless Torres has a miracle of a stop and comes out all ahead of him, as he's actually coming off pit road right now. This can actually be quite close. I maybe underestimated how fast Torres was. But as they all make their way around, yeah, he's not going to have any chance here. Now, the new leader will be the 92 of Sergio Vittoria in the closing laps. Next time around, 5 to go. Can Brandon Haynes, 71 lane linebacker, maybe upset them? Can this 45 Brandon Haynes run down these two battling for the lead? If they do, it will be a thrilling finish here at Kansas Speedway. 5 more to go around here. Back behind, you can see that 77 Alexander Rowe and 7 of Matthew Hubert trying to get around this 23 Nicholas Torres, who had a great stop, but it is not going to shape up too well for him as he's now getting passed. But we have to stay up ahead with these two. Now, Dylan Matiska coming into the picture as some lap traffic, the teammate of Brandon Haynes. But can lap traffic possibly impact this finish now is the question. But as he scoots around his teammate, they're very close. Matiska not making it too easy there. This is going to be a very close finish. 4 more to go here at Kansas. Now Laudenbach closing in on the back of Vittoria. Can he make a move? Right on the back end of him. He might be setting up a move here going into turn 1. He's right on the back of this 92. You might even use the apron here in a second to possibly get underneath him. He's going to try to do it, but that 92 is going to cut off some air there. 3 more to go around here at Kansas Speedway. It's going to be a duel. Laudenbach can get into the back of the 92 of Vittoria. He's going to try to get him out the way. Now there goes Landon Laudenbach now, looking for the lead. It's been a great race so far. Can Landon Laudenbach cap it off? As these two battle, that 45 of Haynes is going to come into picture as well. But with 2 to go, Landon Laudenbach leads with the 92 of Vittoria right behind him. Vittoria losing some ground now with just 2 to go. Does he try to make another move on Laudenbach, or is it over? It's not over till the checkered flag drops. We know that here in our Truck 9 America. But this 92 of Vittoria right now does not look like he has anything for Laudenbach, as we're coming to 1 to go here in the AMC Theaters 400. Now this lap traffic of Chris James, it might give a good run to this 92 of Vittoria, but coming with 1 more to go. The white flag is out here at Kansas Speedway. It's going to be between the 92 of Sergio Vittoria and the 71 of Landon Laudenbach. Vittoria's going to lose some time going into turns 1 and 2. This is where consistency really matters. Can you put together the final lap? This can be his final chance. Can Vittoria dig it in? It doesn't quite look like it. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Landon Laudenbach is going to win the AMC Theaters 400. What a race. This one was definitely, after how the start of this race was, you were kind of questioning how good this one would be, but it definitely lived up to it. A great duel between everybody. It was just great racing all around when we got those green flag runs in. So congratulations to Landon Laudenbach. He gets his 3rd win on the season. Vittoria finishes 2nd. 3rd, Brandon Haynes. 4th, Matthew Hubert. 5th is going to be Alexander Rose. 6th will be the 17 Nathan Stapleton. Then we have 91 Adorn, Adrian Gale, and it's going to be a full chase top 10 besides the number 77 of Alexander Rhodes. Zach Thompson has a great day. Andretti as a whole has a great night. David Dixon, ever since he got that lead, it scraped the wall. He was just not quite as fast as he wanted to be. And kind of a disappointing finish where everybody was running up. That 9 of William Ayers has still been out of luck. He's going to finish right in front of his team at the 97 of Stephen Colon. But, wow, what a race. Didn't know what to expect after Jack was out earlier in this one. It would have been a great duel with him anyways, but whoa, what a race it was, folks. The number 71 is going to burn it down. Then we'll get into the finishing results in this race, and then we'll look over What's next for these Chase drivers? So, as we get into the finishing results here today at Kansas Speedway, what a race it was. The 7-1 Atlanta lineback is going to come out with the win. Just a flat-out, just a great duel between them at the end of that one, and they're going to come out with the win. Vittoria was very fast today. We saw him have to face adversity and drive his way through. Hopefully he'll be happy with that finish. The 45 Haynes comes in third. Haynes is still searching for that first win. Hubert, Rowe, great days for them. A great day for Spire as a whole. Stapleton was able to dig through, and we saw him dropping back quite a bit, but he finally fights his way back through. Rocco Dorn up there. Gale, Little. This was a break that everybody needed. Onjack was not here. Onjack wasn't to play here tonight, and these guys showed up when it mattered. The 5 of Dixon falls all the way behind, but look at these two Andretti machines. They finish well. Matt Morley gets his best finish of the chase so far. Sear Cooper as well. David Dixon, just unfortunately, as soon as he got that lead, he bolted to the lead. He looked like David Dixon might upset once again to get his third win on the season. Fortunately, it does not happen here tonight, but I still think Dixon is a huge threat at Martinsville. I mean, this guy is very good at these short tracks. He finds a way to win in the most odd of situations. See the two Thor Sport trucks here. The 88-98 Chris Martins gets the top 20. That's good for him. Lexi Herman, Eric Monaco finished well. You see William Ayers. He's just not been running well in this chase at all. And then we see Emily York Watson gets the top 25. Caden Arcady gets all the way up to 29, but that 39 team has just been struggling so far this season, and they have not been able to put things through. Angel Gutierrez, he was up there at one point, got spun around, just did not work out. So was that 42. 11. A lot of guys got screwed over in this one by being spun around. And we remember, once again, the 38 Peter Onjack below the piston off the start. The Carl Young, 21, and 56 all got involved in separate incidents. But, man, oh, man, what a race, folks. Thank you all for tuning in to In Our Truck Night in America here from Kansas Speedway for the AMC Theaters 400. I appreciate you all tuning in here on a Wednesday night. But with nothing else left to say, I'll see you guys this weekend at the Charlotte Roval for another road course race, and then we have a bunch of others after that are going to be very interesting. But I'll see you guys at the Charlotte Roval. This is Charlie Davenport signing off from In Our Truck Night in America. See you all next time.